Something's breaking inside Memphis. And this time it's not a gun, a nightclub, or a live stream. It's something deeper, something eating away at the heart of the Grizzlies. When the news hit that Ja Morant had been suspended for conduct detrimental to the team, fans rolled their eyes. Another headline, another mistake. But this wasn't like before. This time, it wasn't off-court drama. It was something inside the locker room. A collapse of trust between a superstar and his team. The truth? This suspension didn't just expose Ja's frustration, it exposed a franchise identity crisis that's been building for months. And if it keeps spiraling, someone, either the coach or the star, is leaving Memphis. October 31st, 2025, Lakers 117, Grizzlies 112. Morant finishes with 8 points on 3 for 14 shooting and 0 for 6 from 3. He looked disengaged, no energy, no defense, no leadership. During timeouts, he stood away from teammates, silent, detached. After the loss, reporters asked what went wrong. Ja didn't mince words. Ask the coaching staff. Pressed again, he doubled down. Ask them. That's their message. It's cool. Within hours, the team suspended him for 1 game. Conduct detrimental to the team. But that phrase doesn't capture what really happened. This was the breaking point of a power struggle months in the making. To understand this meltdown, rewind to March 2025. Memphis was 44-29 with 8 games left when management shocked everyone by firing head coach Taylor Jenkins. The same coach who developed Morant since his rookie year, the same man who helped turn Memphis from a rebuild into a playoff threat. It's tough, Morant said after the firing. Everything I've done here has been under him. For Ja, that move felt personal. For Memphis, it was strategic, a new direction. The front office wanted a modern, disciplined system that didn't depend on one player controlling every possession. So they hired Tuomas Isalo, a European coach famous for structure, teamwork, and his motto, speed kills. But speed didn't mean what Ja thought it did. It meant quicker passes, faster decisions, less freelancing, the opposite of Morant's chaotic, highlight-driven style. When reporters asked if he liked the system, Ja said, "That's a question for coach. All I know is speed kills." That stuff translation, he wasn't buying in. Under Jenkins, Ja was the system. Under Isalo, he was just another piece. His minutes dropped from 35 to 28 a game. The ball moved more, but Ja moved less. The coach wanted unselfish, structured basketball. Ja wanted to dance, to improvise, to take over. That tension exploded against the Lakers. After a bad shooting night, Morant sulked through timeouts, avoiding teammates. On camera, it looked like he'd quit. Blake Griffin said it live. "For a guy making $40 million, I just don't love the body language. He needs to lead, he didn't." The next day, Memphis sent a clear message. No one is above the standard. This suspension wasn't about one game. It was about control. For years, the Grizzlies built everything around Ja Morant. He was the culture, explosive, confident, rebellious. But when a player becomes bigger than the team, eventually the team pushes back. Coach Isalo brought a new vision, discipline, ball movement, accountability. The front office backed him completely. Ja, on the other hand, felt stripped of power, replaced in his own kingdom. Inside the locker room, it showed. Teammates noticed the tension, energy dipped, communication broke down. Fans could feel it too, and the swagger was gone. Memphis had always played with heart. Now it looked like a team with none. The decline wasn't just emotional, it was statistical. Through the first month of the season, Morant shot under 40%, and his three-point accuracy was abysmal. He ranked near the bottom among starting guards in defensive effort metrics. His trademark explosiveness seemed dulled, his confidence fractured. Even when he did get minutes, the rhythm was off. Too many isolations, not enough trust in the system. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies' offense looked smoother without him, though less dangerous. With him, they had chaos. Without him, they had order, but no identity. Unfortunately, this wasn't new territory. Ja Morant's name had already been dragged through controversy after the 2023 gun-related incidents that led to multiple suspensions. Then there was the lawsuit over a pickup game altercation, later dismissed, and a $75,000 fine for a finger gun gesture earlier this year. Each time he promised to grow, each time something else followed. But now, the problem isn't immaturity or mistakes, it's leadership. The question isn't whether Ja Morant is talented, everyone knows he is. The question is whether he can evolve into the kind of leader a winning team needs. Because right now, the Memphis Grizzlies don't just have a basketball issue, they have an identity crisis. Coach Salo believes in a simple rule: the system comes first. Ja Morant believes in something else. The player defines the system. That's the clash at the center of everything. For Memphis, it's about building a foundation that lasts. For Ja, it's about protecting the freedom that made him a star. It's not personal, it's philosophical. And both sides think they're right. But when philosophy turns into pride, someone always loses. League insiders have already started whispering, if this tension continues, a trade might be inevitable. Executives from multiple teams, including the Spurs, Bulls, and even the Lakers, have quietly asked about Morant's availability. Memphis hasn't entertained offers yet, but the fact that other teams are calling says everything. Because when a franchise suspends its best player for conduct detrimental, that means they're no longer afraid of his star power. The front office believes in the culture more than the chaos. And if Ja won't adapt, they're prepared to move on. At 26 years old, Ja Morant stands at a crossroads. He can either evolve, become a more disciplined, team-first leader, or double down on the old version of himself and risk losing everything he helped build. He still has time, he still has the talent, but he's running out of chances. Because the NBA doesn't wait for anyone, not even its most electric stars. The Grizzlies have always been more than a team. They're a reflection of their city, tough, gritty, unfiltered. Ja Morant embodied that spirit perfectly, but now the franchise has to choose between nostalgia and the future. If they stick with Ja and he never buys in, they stay stuck in chaos. If they trade him, they risk losing their identity completely. It's a lose-lose situation unless both sides meet in the middle. Coach Salo needs to find a way to harness Ja's fire. Ja needs to learn how to operate within structure. Because when chaos and control finally sync, that's when championships are born. People see one-game suspension and think it's minor, but inside the organization, it's a message with weight. We're not afraid to hold you accountable anymore. For the first time, the power balance has shifted. The team, not the player, is setting the rules. This isn't punishment, it's a warning. A chance for Ja Morant to look in the mirror and decide who he wants to be. Does he want to be the star who burned bright and faded fast? Or the one who learned, adapted, and came back stronger? Online, fans are split. Some defend Ja, saying the new coach doesn't understand him. Others are done with the drama, calling for Memphis to move on. Even inside the locker room, opinions differ. Some teammates sympathize, others are quietly siding with the coaching staff. It's rare for a franchise to suspend its best player mid-season, but it tells you exactly how serious things have become. Every superstar hits a wall eventually. The ones who grow from it become legends, the ones who don't fade into what-ifs. Ja Morant's wall came early, not from injury, but from conflict. And the truth is, this could be the best thing that ever happened to him. Because real growth doesn't come from highlights or applause. It comes from being forced to change when the world stops cheering. If Ja and Salo find common ground, Memphis could turn this chaos into strength, a mix of speed, energy, and discipline that terrifies the league. But if not, don't be shocked when trade headlines drop before the 2026 deadline. The Grizzlies can't keep living in limbo. They'll either rise together or split apart. And this one-game suspension might be remembered as the moment everything turned, for better or worse. The Ja Morant suspension isn't just a disciplinary note. It's the climax of a story about pride, power, and purpose. A superstar fighting for freedom, a franchise fighting for identity, and a city caught in between. Memphis doesn't need perfection, it needs unity. Ja Morant can still be that bridge if he chooses to be. But if he doesn't, the next headline out of Memphis won't say suspended, it'll say traded.